We're about to dive into season 3, episode 8 of Zatima. First, all this stress can't be good for Fatima and the baby, but also this probably could have all been avoided had she told Zach the truth from jump instead of doing all this covering up for Jeremiah. Of course, Belinda is here to only add to the drama and not willing to do anything to help or take away from that drama. I won't get tired of saying this, but I am rooting for this Fatima and Connie friendship, okay? I'm going to have to say it till I'm blue in the face or until the season wrap and we know for sure that they're friends, you know? Connie really had me dead, though, because how do you turn down a ride and be like, how am I getting home? Like, ma'am, you let everyone go. What are we doing here? Everyone is out here working overtime to save Zach from himself, and he's just letting his rage get the best of him, and he's really not seeing that. And I knew that once he found out, it was really going to be about the fact that everyone knew and he didn't, you know, because nothing's worse than a man's bruised ego. But what Zach is failing to realize is that he's looking more weak in this moment now than he would have ever looked had he just thought it through and, you know, approach this with a level-headed, because you're looking like you can't control your emotions and just a hothead, and ain't nothing more weak than someone not knowing how to keep their emotions at bay and not get out of line. And no, Zach, you're not doing it for Fatima because she ain't asked for this. She is trying to stop you from doing this. You're not listening to her, and it's not for her. It's for your little bruised ego, okay? Stop saying that. You're telling yourself that, but in reality, it's not that, okay? You're mad, your feelings are hurt, and now you want to crash out. But you're not doing this for Fatima. Can someone please tell me why these men who aren't Angela's men, in reality, right? They're not her men, but they keep judging her for living her life like a single woman? Why do they keep throwing the fact that she, quote unquote, be having a lot of men come in and out of her house? First of all, I think it was only like 2 men, Sean and Bryce. They're making it seem like it's a myriad of men. Like, first of all, she pays the bills up in that house. None of y'all really her man. Y'all not in a relationship with her. So why y'all keep throwing that in her face? Why y'all keep checking her? She is living like a single woman. She could have 100 men coming in and out that door on rotation every day. And it would mean none of y'all damn business. And it would not be a problem because she is what? A single woman. Say it with me. Single woman. Okay, now. Sean really said, you just gonna leave me here? Like, sir, no. Ain't no way you thought she was about to leave you in her house unattended. Please be so for real. She don't know you like that. But Angela, you know, you could have at least let that man grab his shoes, though. You really could have. Tony over here trying to play good cop, trying to, you know, take a soft approach to Zach as if dad was going to work. Zach is seeing red right now, and nothing can calm him down from that, okay? He just wants to get to Jeremiah, and that's it. Is it me, or did Bryce just walk up out of Zach's house? How'd he get in there? Why was he in there? Boundaries. Is that a thing, Bryce? But like I said before, we really could have done without this awkward Bryce and Preston scene. We didn't need it. And Bryce, how are you to get back in Zach's good graces when you're once again trying to handle business affairs behind his back? Come on now. Have you learned nothing? Like, I know that Preston is the one who bailed you out, but still, it's the principle behind the situation. Do not handle any business affairs without Zach. Any more business affairs. You're already in the doghouse for doing it once. Why would you sit up there and try to do it again? Please be so for real, Bryce. Thank God Preston has a good head on his shoulders, and, you know, he wasn't going for anything like that. And at the end of the day, he still has Zach's best interest at heart. Bryce is seeming more and more untrustworthy as this series go on, and I really do not like that for him. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't like the way that Bryce was looking at Preston at the end. I hope he don't try anything with Preston, because in the end, towards that conversation, It looked like he got a little twinkle in his eyes or something. Those wheels were definitely moving in Bryce's head. And, I really hope he don't try Preston like he tried Zach. Because that would be a no-go. And for sure, Bryce would need to get up on out of here. Belinda's messy behind gets me so mad. Like, how desperate can you be? So Zach didn't answer, so you called someone you knew who could probably contact him. Like, what is the purpose? Like, what do you get out of seeing this unfold? And that's why I feel like I will never get Belinda at all, because it's like, what does she stand to gain from all this mess? Like, everywhere she goes, it's just a wake of mess that she leaves behind. And it's like, I really wish they would have let Fatima at her in season 1. Like, Fatima should have beat that girl to the ground. Then maybe she would learn not to be interfering in, Fatima's business or interfering mess into Fatima's life. Like, girl. Oh, man. Fatima speaking to Jeremiah really, was so sad to me. You could clearly see how much she feels for Jeremiah in this state. And while I don't agree with her not telling Zach, I can see that it was out of a place of care, for both Zach and Jeremiah. Like, when Fatima was talking to him, like, you seen the softness in her. Like, her heart really ached for him. I feel like you could see that. And it's just, it's just a horrible situation all around. And I feel for her and Jeremiah in this moment. I know I don't like Belinda, but Zach, no, he ain't have to bust that door open like that. And how you just gonna pop up and start screaming and throwing things? Like, sir, is you cool? You steady saying you're doing this because of Fatima, but here you are visibly disrespecting her by getting all up in her face, screaming and wilding out on her in front of all these people. So tell me again why you're doing this, because it can't be for Fatima. Not the one you're disrespecting in this moment. Can't be. Can't be the same Fatima. Like, he's steady bringing up, the baby and protecting Fatima and all that, but not realizing, like, he's literally stressing her out right now, which isn't good for her or the baby. What is he doing? Like I said before, ain't nothing worse than a man's bruised ego. They would literally kill over that. Like, sir, this isn't about Fatima at all. You're mad because, one, your brother had the nerve to hurt your pregnant fiance. But most importantly, two, you're upset that everyone kept it from you. From the beginning of the season, I knew that when he found out, it was really not going to be a matter of what Jeremiah did, but a matter of him being left in the dark, looking like a quote-unquote fool. And that's what this rampage is really about. But let me tell you, Fatima is better than me, honey, because ain't no way a man is finna come up in my face screaming and disrespecting me as I spend all day pregnant in stiletto heels chasing him around the city trying to calm his ass down and save him from himself. I would have walked away a long time ago. You want to be a hothead, crash out? Listen, by all means, be my guest and go ahead. But one thing about it, two things for sure, I would not be sticking around to watch that train wreck. I really would not. Because how the hell are you more mad than me and the shit happened to me? Be so for real. Zach is more upset than Fatima. And she was the one who got flung up against a car while pregnant at the hands of his brother. Honestly, if anybody should be mad, it should be Fatima. Because her messing around and falling in love with him is what got her in this mess in the first place, okay? She would not have never met Jeremiah. She would never came across Jeremiah had it not been for Zach. And all this wouldn't have happened, but he has the nerve to go and crash out. Please be so for real. Like, Zach, this is so unbecoming of you, and that little angry monologue wasn't moving to no one. Please save it. Like, you're that mad, you're not even thinking of the well-being of the person you're supposedly fighting for and fighting to protect. Like, come on now. You trashed this woman's apartment for what? What did that change? Did this reverse what happened? Did you get the answers you were looking for? Jeremiah still ain't even come out the room yet. So what was the reason? What was the reason? But you see, Zach, how quickly your stupid actions could have gotten someone killed. You came in flipping shit and going off the rocker, not even thinking about what state of mind Jeremiah was in. And just like that, in 2.5 seconds, your life could have ended. Fatima's life could have ended. Anyone in that room could have lost their life, all because you want to throw fit like a grown behind child. All because your feelings got a little hurt because they kept this from you. Clearly, there was a reason why. Obviously, they didn't want this to happen. They were literally trying to avoid this situation right here. And you just literally proved them all right, okay? You proved them all right. Let me tell you, this episode had my pressure all the way up, okay? Zach was wilding out way too much. Like, I knew he was going to crash out, but I didn't know he was going to crash out this bad. But anyways, down in the comments, let me know your thoughts on episode 8. As always, until next time, thank you for watching.